energy security is becoming more important than cheap energy. I was reading an interesting piece from Man Group called After the Strait, and one observation really caught my attention.
For decades, the world pursued efficiency. Companies built supply chains around the lowest cost.
Countries imported energy from wherever it was cheapest. And investors became accustomed to globalization, delivering abundant, inexpensive resources. But what happens if the world becomes less predictable? What happens if strategic shipping routes are disrupted? What happens if tensions between major powers affect trade flows? And what happens when governments begin to prioritize resilience over efficiency? My interpretation is that we are entering a world where energy security may become just as important as energy price. The lowest cost energy is no longer necessarily the most valuable energy. Reliable energy is, secure energy is, domestic energy is. This shift has profound implications for investors because energy isn't just about oil and gas. Energy is national security, it's industrial policy, it's AI infrastructure, it's data centers, it's manufacturing, and it's economic competitiveness. We're already seeing countries invest heavily in power grids, LNG infrastructure, nuclear energy, battery storage, copper, uranium, and critical minerals. We're also seeing governments encourage reshoring and friendshoring of supply chains. In other words, resilience is replacing efficiency as the dominant theme. The article also highlights something investors often underestimate. Commodity markets have been through a long period of underinvestment. Years of ESG constraints and capital discipline have limited new supply. At the same time, demand from electrification, AI infrastructure, and industrial transformation continues to grow. That creates a very different backdrop from the disinflationary world investors enjoyed over the last 20 years. My takeaway is simple. The next decade may not be defined by globalization and cheap abundance. It may be defined by strategic competition, resource security, and resilient supply chains. And if that's the case, investors need to think differently. Perhaps the winners won't simply be the companies with the lowest costs. Perhaps they'll be the companies controlling strategic resources, the utilities providing reliable power, the infrastructure companies building grids, the miners supplying copper and uranium, the LNG exporters, and the firms helping countries become more energy independent. Because in a world of geopolitical uncertainty, security itself becomes a premium asset. I'm Jana. Follow me at Jana Armstrong for more insights on investing, AI, and the forces shaping the future of global markets. And if you'd like to improve your financial intelligence, start learning with AIMi for free.